The Humane Society reported that last year, 68 million dogs and cats entered the Humane Society. Out of that amount, 3 to 4 million were euthanized. If you do the math, that's about 50%. In other words, 1 in 2 dogs and cats who go in the shelter never come back out. Not only do I hope to convince some of you to choose adoption, but I hope to inform you at least where some of the purebreds or designer breeds come from, and also a little bit about puppy mills. Next time that you're searching for your addition to the family, I plead you to think of the animals behind cages who are waiting for that second chance at a family. This little guy, Boone, I adopted him about 3 years ago, and with me he has gone through the move out to California, where I moved away from family and friends, and then he's also been with me through my boyfriend's 10-month deployment. That could have been a time where I felt a little lonely away from everyone, but he's just makes me smile so much, and it's great having him to come home to and cuddle with at night and go on hikes with, and he's proof that shelter dogs are just as awesome as that purebred dog. To hopefully persuade you all to adopt, I'm going to give you reasons why to choose adoption, what it will do for you, and to inform you about puppy mills and breeders. First, I'm going to bring up excuses for buying and why sometimes it's not valid. People always try to defend their actions, but sometimes when you sit down and talk about it, it's not as easy to defend them. Common things that I hear are that they don't want a dog with issues or baggage. And to that I say there's plenty of dogs in shelters who have no baggage. There are other dogs that come from an abusive or neglected previous home, but there's also the dogs who had great homes and just challenging circumstances force them to be given up. I also hear that people who say that I want to get a puppy and raise it. Well, there are tons of puppies available in the shelter. A lot of times whole litter, so you can get the experience that you would have by going to a breeder. A lot of people also want a particular breed. And to that I say there's rescues dedicated to whole breeds, like a German Shepherd rescue, a Golden Retriever rescue, or a Pug rescue. So you can really find any breed you want. One of the great things about adopting is without even realizing it, you're not only helping the animal, but you're helping yourself. In case some of you don't know what altruism is, it's the principle or practice of unselfish concern for or devotion to the welfare of others. William Darity said, "We should not be surprised to learn that people feel good when they do good. Simply put, knowing that you gave an animal a second chance makes you feel good. Every time you look at your pup wagging its tail and smiling at you, you know that that smile is because of you and you giving it that second chance. Just like psychologists say that volunteering makes you a happier, more grateful person, adopting can do the same. You're able to see a life through the eyes of the animal who is so grateful to just have a home. Adopting increases both you and your pet's well-being, so it's a win-win. And it is possible that the more you learn about breeders and puppy mills, the more feelings of altruism you can have. In case some of you aren't aware, what puppy mills are, they're a large-scale commercial dog breeding operation that keeps dogs in tiny cages. A lot of times these cages are stacked on top of each other, causing the dogs to pee and poop on each other. The females are bred before they even turn 1, and they're bred until they die. They never experience love or affection or even grass between their paws. These puppy mills are where the pet stores get the dogs from. There's a lot of signs out. Usually all of the pet stores also have signs out front of them saying that all the puppies came from a trusted breeder, but that is false. They're just calling a puppy mill a breeder. And because these puppies are bred in such a dirty, high-capacity area, it's pretty much guaranteed that they're all going to have health issues too. And don't be fooled by the tiny cages that the pet store keeps the puppies in, because that's their tactic of making you want to buy the puppy. And it can even make you walk away after buying this puppy thinking, oh, I just rescued this puppy from this tiny cage, but in reality you just supported the pet store that is supporting the puppy mill. Another discouraging fact is that AKC supports puppy mills. And a lot of people will brag about, my dog is AKC registered, but know that that organization, they make a lot of money off of puppy mills because of all the puppies that come out of there. and are paying them money. So they're not the greatest of organizations, to say the least. A lot of breeders are just as bad. To some, breeding is their business, it's their income. So it's not about the well-being of the dogs or the genetics that they're passing down. It is simply about how many litters in a year they can turn out, or even if they have a great bloodline that's bringing them in a lot of money, to keep that bloodline around, they will inbreed their dogs. And some breeders will even hear about health issues that litters are having, and they still breed that same damaged sire. As you can see, it is not uncommon that the fancy purebreds or designer breeds have a lot of health issues. So today I discussed all reasons to save a life over adopting. I hope that with the information I supplied you with about breeders, puppy mills, the rebuttal to excuses, and examples of altruism, I've convinced at least one of you to always choose adoption. Perth of the Wealth Australian said it best. That cute little puppy you're considering buying has a mom somewhere suffering, and by purchasing it, you are encouraging the cycle to continue and adding to the problem. By adopting, you are fixing the problem. Thank you.